up? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Shelby. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm doing a little update. I'm an affiliate of Academy Travel and I specialize in Disney and Universal vacations. So what I'm sharing with you today are some current updates as of April 23rd, 2023 on what is going on in Orlando, and if you're looking for booking trips in the near future, what's going on with all that. So couple things that have been pretty exciting happening at Disney lately. Tron at Magic Kingdom is officially open. Super exciting because it has been a long time in the making for that to be open. Things seem to be going well with it. From what I have heard, I have not yet gotten to ride it, but that it is a fantastic ride, that it maybe is a little bit shorter than people were hoping for, but the ride is awesome. It is a virtual queue line, which means you will have to utilize the Disney, My Disney Experience app to gain access to be able to ride this ride. So just like the other virtual queues, there is a 7 a.m. drop and a 1 p.m. drop, where you can try to snag a pass and it will give you a return time based on a boarding group to come ride the ride. I will give a link in the description to go over how to do that if that's something you haven't done before, just so that you can get some help with that. But if you've been to Disney in the past couple years, this is the same type of thing they used for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, for Rise of the Resistance, and for Cosmic Rewind at Epcot currently. So just know that you've got those options. They're very similar to what's going on now at Tron. Okay, so update number one. Update number two, yesterday was 25 years at Animal Kingdom, meaning it was the 25-year anniversary for Animal Kingdom, which is so cool. They opened on Earth Day, 25 years ago. So right now, just like normal, there are lots of fun things that you can be doing to celebrate Earth Day and Animal Kingdom for this 25-year anniversary. So a lot of people visit Animal Kingdom and kind of know that it is the only park, right, that's kind of also like a zoo a little bit, right? You can see lots of different animals and whatnot. But one thing that many people do tend to skip and or just maybe don't know is Rafiki's Planet Watch. So if you haven't been to Animal Kingdom recently and or have not been to Rafiki's Planet Watch, highly recommend doing that. You get to basically take a train over to a different part of the park where there is a petting zoo area with more petting friendly animals, as well as animation classes where you can draw different Disney characters that are typically animals, which is super cool. But also you get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff where they are taking care of animals, because not only is Animal Kingdom a park where you can see animals, but they do a lot of work with rehabilitation with those animals as well. So definitely recommend doing that. And please know also that if you would like to, you can donate money around the park to different animal funds, and you will get a special button. I'll put a picture of it here when you donate. So like you can round up your, pin purchase or whatever it may be at one of the stores, and they'll ask you if you'd like to donate, and then they give you a pin to recognize that you are a donor, which is super cool. So they donate lots of money. It's not just about saying, hey, we love the earth, but we're trying to make a lot of money, but Disney does a great job at rehabilitation and whatnot too. So you can celebrate Earth Day and the Animal Kingdom now for that 25-year anniversary. Now, as of this week, we are also at the halfway to Halloween part of the year. And if you're wondering, that's not really halfway to Halloween yet. It is halfway to the Halloween season, which at Disney starts a little bit earlier, right? So we actually see Halloween parties start as early as August. And August 11th is going to be the first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party this year. And y'all, I'm excited. This is my favorite party of the year. The Christmas party is fun and whatnot, but Halloween is my jam, and the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party is fantastic. If you are already planning to stay on Disney property during the Halloween season, tickets for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party go on sale April 27th, which is right around the corner from when I upload this video. If you do not already have a reservation at a Disney resort during this time, and or maybe you're going to be staying at Universal or a different hotel that's not on Disney property during this time, those tickets will be on sale May 2nd. If you're planning to go, I highly recommend looking at tickets earlier rather than later. And I also would highly suggest, if you're looking at going like that first weekend or Halloween weekend specifically, like the dates that are closest to the first couple parties and the last couple parties, you need to be on it to get those tickets because those typically do sell out a little bit sooner. Your annual pass holders will typically get a small discount as well on these, and sometimes DVC do as well. And tickets do get more expensive as you get closer to Halloween. So your parties in August and September will be a little bit cheaper, as well as your parties during the week being cheaper than the ones on the weekend. So look around if you're at the parks for lots of Halloween stuff going on right now. Disney loves to do a little halfway to Halloween celebration at the parks. You can get some fun Halloween themed treats and whatnot. Again, I'll drop in the description a link to the current halfway to Halloween celebrations going on for that. So heading on over to Epcot, a couple of exciting new things. We have seen some new views of Moana Journey of Water, which is not a ride, but kind of a walkthrough experience with seeing the journey of water themed around Moana. There's a large Te Fiti, which I'm excited to see up close and personal. And during this time frame of them, showing these new designs and whatnot, we also got the news that they're going to be doing a live action Moana film. Y'all, Moana is one of the first movies I would feel like as an adult really like hit me in the feels when it comes to Disney movies. My daughter's nursery is loosely themed around Moana. We love that movie here. We quote it all the time. And not only that, they are going to use our two voice characters from the original as the actual actor and actress for this movie. So not park related, but still wanted to throw that in there because it's somewhat related to the parks with everything going on at Epcot. Currently at Epcot, Festival of the Arts is over and we are now into our next festival, which is Flower and Garden. So Flower and Garden Festival is currently going on. I do love this festival. It's just lots of bright colors. There's topiaries all around the parks. Lots of fun food, of course, obviously to try as well. There's a butterfly garden to visit. We love this festival, and again, just all of the colors and whatnot. One of my favorite other things that they have is an area where they use scents. Last year it was sponsored by Scentsy. I believe it's sponsored by Scentsy again this year, but there's different plants and they have like a scent thing, aroma thing you can smell that's associated with the plants, and talks about like what those different scents come from and all of that. So I thought that was kind of fun, since I'm one of those people who walks down the candle aisle and will sniff like 15,000 candles before I leave and not buy one. But it's kind of like that, but it's at Epcot and it's around some fun flowers and whatnot. And at the front of Epcot, it is this beautiful scene of the Family Madrigal from Encanto, which is super dope because we all know that movie took everyone by storm. So that's kind of the current situation for the most part at Disney. Oh, last thing is Woody's Rodeo Roundup Barbecue at Studios has opened, and the reviews I've seen so far have been a little bit mixed. It is a sit-down restaurant. It is going to be pricey, okay? Just be prepared. It's not something where you're picking, you get to choose your one item. It's some appetizers, it's a meal, it's desserts, it's everything, okay? The theming is it's amazing. You are basically in a barbecue restaurant that was created and built by Andy. So all of the, seat backs are made with cards and things like that. At some point during your meal, you will likely hear them say, "Andy's coming," where everyone has to freeze to make sure that Andy doesn't know that all of the toys can move. Food has been hit or miss, it seems like, where some people like it, some people don't. One thing I have heard is that it does take a long time, so just be prepared. If this is something on your list, recognize that it is going to take a lot of time to do it. It just is what it is when you're sitting at a sit-down restaurant, and it's a new restaurant, which means there's probably some kinks and whatnot that they have to work out. It may be something that we end up trying to do at our next visit that's in the fall, but because it just opened now, just expect a little bit longer time frame. But if you love Toy Story, if you've got kids that love Toy Story, this might be a great option for you. Now, heading on over to Universal. Not necessarily as many big updates as far as the parks go. However, we do know that we have tickets for Halloween Horror Nights that are on sale already. Yay, we love that. One thing to note is that if you are looking to go to multiple nights, and I mean more than maybe two, you likely want to wait to buy tickets because the multi-night tickets are not available yet. Like the pass for the season, not available yet. You can buy singular night tickets, and then you can buy like more than one single night ticket, right? If you'd like to do that. You can also go ahead and get express passes. Remember that express passes are what allow you to skip the lines basically, right? But that your express pass during the day for the parks does not work for Halloween Horror Nights. It's a separate express pass for that event, so you would have to buy those separately. There's a couple of other tours that are available as well if you're really into all of this stuff, which we love Halloween Horror Nights. And so this is likely something I'll want to do when our little one's a bit older, and she can come with us and stuff too. But they do some behind the scenes. They're called RIP tours, right? Instead of VIP tours. We love a pun. So RIP tours where you can go behind the scenes of the houses when they're not being used like as houses, right? So earlier in the day, and see the behind the scenes of all of that. Which I think is super cool. Again, if you're like really into that, and I think Halloween Horror Nights is like a special group of people who really enjoy this stuff. Obviously there's a lot of us, but you know what I mean? So not everybody loves the like scary portion of that, but the current theme, all we really know right now is the theme that is here. It says, "See you in the fog." So that's likely going to be a scare zone, potentially leading into a house. If you're into looking into like speculation maps and whatnot, I'll link that in the description below as to like what the current speculation is around some of the houses. Universal has been leaning more towards their more unique themed houses, not necessarily specifically working with stuff that we're all familiar with already. For example, last year everyone was really thinking Stranger Things was going to be show up, and it did not. I think that likely has to do with money and trying to come to an agreement with Netflix. But we didn't see that. We saw a lot more original houses. And to be honest, I didn't mind it. Of course, I love Stranger Things, and so I wanted to see a Stranger Things house with Vecna. Would have been dope, maybe in the future, but lots of original Universal houses. One thing they did kind of drop at the end of last year's season was that Chucky would be coming back. So there will likely be a Chucky house. Again, we have the "See You in the Fog" theme on all of the merchandise that's been released so far. So we'll see, but I will drop the most recent video I can find related to speculation maps here below. Current season at Universal, we're wrapping up towards the end of Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is not like my favorite, but I think it's a really cool thing to experience. You get lots of fun food. They do have the floats and the parade at night, and the parade is actually included in your ticket. One thing that Universal does a really good job of, I think, with holidays is that there are things going on in the parks related to the holidays that don't have to be a separately ticketed event. Now, obviously, Halloween Horror Nights, that's a separately ticketed event, but price-wise, it's really not that bad. But they have the Mardi Gras theme floats. At Christmas time, there's a parade, and it's like with Macy's balloons, and that is included in your ticket. And with Mardi Gras, there are concerts that are played on the big stage, and that again is included just with a normal day ticket. Now, are day tickets maybe a little bit more pricey on those days? Potentially, but it's still not paying for a concert ticket and that, and they're not crappy artists. They're usually pretty relevant people, so something to consider there. Last thing I would say is I believe this. Disney World is going to be getting some Disney 100 themed stuff coming, potentially outfits and whatnot. Disneyland right now is celebrating 100 years, but it's not specifically Disneyland Park. It is Disney Studios, right? The Walt Disney Studio Company is celebrating 100 years. So that celebration started at Disneyland. However, we are going to be getting the Disney 50th anniversary for Disney World is done. So they need something new, right? So D100, right, is coming as far as all of the like merchandise and all of our favorite characters in their outfits is all going to be coming to Walt Disney World, I believe this fall. But they did say that they were going to bring some of that over to Walt Disney World too, which I think is exciting because it's purple and silver, and those are my jam as far as colors go. I did snag that silver backpack, that Loungefly. I had to. So that is the current happenings as far as this date in April in Walt Disney and Universal news. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for sharing. I can't talk. All right, guys, that is all I've got for you update-wise as far as what's going on at Disney and at Universal. If you've got questions, comments, want to know more, or if you have an update that I didn't put in this video and you want to make sure that people know about it, drop it in the comments. My goal with these is to, as things come out, go ahead and make sure you guys know what's going on so that when you are planning your trips, that you have all of the updates on what's going on. I want to make sure that your trip is magical, fantastical, everything you want it to be. And as somebody who enjoys learning information about the parks and whatnot, I am always trying to keep up to date on what is going on. So that's my goal. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, hit that subscribe button for more updates, and we'll see you next time.